For your news at 11, I'm Billie Jean Shaw.
Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Greg Adeline. Our top story tonight, an investigation is underway after a man was found shot to death at a Columbia apartment complex.
According to deputies, the shooting happened late last night around 10 o'clock at the Prosper Fairways apartment homes. That's not too far from I-20 and Columbia's Broad River. Deputies say they found the man in a car that had been shot multiple times. That man was pronounced dead at the scene. He has not been identified.
What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to the slums, man. Slum World Hip Hop News, Slum World Network, man. And we about to get into this. YouTubers reacting to Black Zack. If y'all don't know, the artist, the rapper, Black Zack from Columbia, South Carolina, which is where I'm from and where I'm currently located at, Columbia, South Carolina. He was just arrested. Last night is when I got the news that he was being arrested by the feds for a murder for hire charge. And I want to get into this. I want to dissect, because being that I'm from the city, I really want to know what's going on. And I personally have a connection with Black Zack because I grew up with Black Zack. From high school up, you feel me? Really just through high school, to be honest. But me knowing him personally versus what he's being charged for, I don't really see how it really correlates, but I actually don't know what all is going on. So I want to react to Seti Nash, the YouTuber, who decided he's gonna do some research. So I don't know if he's right or wrong. Don't take my reaction as facts, because I'm just being that I'm from the city. I just want to know what's going on with the biggest artist in the city, you know. And he recently, not too long ago, had a baby with Rennie Rucci. He got a family, so it's a lot that he's dealing with at the moment. So without further ado, man, let's get into this video and let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening with Black Zack from Columbia, South Carolina, and let's tap in and let's just get some type of understanding of what he's facing for real, because we don't really know, right? We don't know, but we all want to figure it out. So without further ado, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, man. Let's get into it.
Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 11. I'm Billie Jean Shaw.
Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Greg Adeline. Our top story tonight, an investigation is underway after a man was found shot to death at a Columbia apartment complex.
According to deputies, the shooting happened late last night around 10 o'clock at the Prosper Fairways apartment homes. That's not too far from I-20 and Columbia's Broad River. Deputies say they found the man in a car that had been shot multiple times. That man was pronounced dead at the scene. He has not been identified.
That murder that happened was one that basically is the one that tied all of this up. But let me tell you something. Zachary Chapman, even though I called him Zach Brown in my other video, bruh, I ain't gonna...
In the last video, he was saying Zach Brown so much, and I'm like, who the hell is he talking about? I'm thinking he talking about like somebody that was in cahoots with Zach, like a part of his side, and that person told on Zach, because he kept saying Zach Brown. I ain't know who that is. His name's Zachary Chapman, you feel me?
I'll hold you. This one right here might be the one where it's gonna sound horrible, but bruh, his ass is done. If what they say is true, man, Black Zack Black, cuz. Thank you. Zachary Chapman, a.k.a. Black Zack. You might hear me say Zach Black, too. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all see this right here. Black Zack, but I might say Zach Black. The grand jury for the District of Southern Carolina charges at all times relevant to this indictment that they try to run their little stuff. Introduction. Dirty Money Entertainment Enterprise. Dirty Money Entertainment, DME, was a violent gang based in the District of South Carolina that engaged in acts involving murder, drug trafficking, robberies, and other criminal activity from a time known but no later than June 2020 until the date of this indictment. Members and associates of...
I'm in the city, and that's cap. I'm calling cap. That's cap. They was not doing that. They was in the city doing music. I don't know why these court prosecutors be loving to just implicate the fact that music labels are gangs. I ain't even as big as Black Zach, but when I was doing music, my label was called Peso Gang. Peso Gang was a label. We had names for the street aspect of what was going on, but we consciously knew that the label can't be connected to, you know what I'm saying, the street stuff. So it was all labeled different. I'm pretty sure Black Zach was smart enough to know Dirty Money can't be the name of the gang. It's just his label as a artist. But let's continue.
Dirty Money Entertainment often wore jewelry and clothing that bore the organization's initials, DME, or the logo of the organization, a circular medallion with a dollar sign in the middle, accompanied by a marijuana leaf on top. Dirty Money Entertainment, including its leaders, members, and associates, constituted an enterprise as defined by Title 18 United States Code Section 19614. That is, a group of individuals associated in fact that engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce. The enterprise. The enterprise constituted an ongoing organization whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. Zachary Chapman was the founder and leader of DME. As the leader, Chapman directed all DME activities, but he occasionally delegated authority to other members and associates to perform certain tasks. DME operated out of Columbia, South Carolina, from a series of homes owned by Zachary Chapman and others. The gang based many of its operations out of a house located in Blythewood, South Carolina. The enterprise used airports in South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, and California to conduct its drug trafficking operations. Some members and associates of DME also were associated with various Crip sets and sometimes used symbols and language that corresponded with the Crips. Examples included incorporating the term on Crip, and in some of their communication with DME members and refusing to write the letters CK because they believe it stands for Crip Killer. Instead, members and associates substituted CC for CK in the right.
They don't know shit. They don't know shit. I ain't even a gangbanger and I don't use. Like I substitute use for V's. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why. It's because my name is SLVMWRLD, Slum World. So I use V instead of U. Right? That doesn't mean that I'm tied to a gang. Black Zach uses CC because it's different. How boring would it BLACK ZACK look as a rapper? It's not like eye popping. It looks basic. So using Black Zach with two C's, it looks more authentic, more original, to where you can't use that name or that form of those words because that is associated with this person. So you get what I'm saying? I get how the courts is trying to make it, but let's be honest. That's you gotta prove that. You gotta prove it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say bro is a gangbanger. I'm not gonna say he was in these streets doing crimes, because what I know of him was that, you know, he owned businesses. He was he did real estate, and he had like a trucking company that I know of. I don't know him to be in the streets, you know, but let's continue. Like, yeah, before I get into it, like, yeah, he do music. I mean, he raps about the streets and the music, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's influenced of the lifestyle he lived before he got to where he is. He's a successful businessman. But don't nobody really want to hear him rap about how successful he is in a state where it's not, where he's the biggest rapper. Who is he rapping to? Who is he rapping about all his successes and flexing on all his successes to? The people that live around him? No, he rap about what the people around him is dealing with, the struggle, the hustle, grind, that type of stuff. But let's continue.
And communication. Members and associates of the enterprise had loosely defined roles as couriers, drivers, drug dealers, weapon suppliers, organizers, and enforcers. Members and associates of DME wore medallions, clothing, and tattoos to demonstrate their affiliation with the enterprise. Members and associates of DME often incorporated the term dirty into their street names and tattoos. Members and associates of DME often included the number 48 in lyrics to music they recorded on clothing, and jewelry they wore.
And that means nothing. It means nothing. Let's be honest, y'all. That don't mean shit. Nigga, I don't know a person that's from 48 that don't throw up the foes and don't got t-shirts that say 48 down the road on it. You get what I'm saying, nigga? I'm from Bluff Road. Well, Shop Road, Washington Park, which is between Shop Road and Bluff Road. But nigga, we throw up the foes. You get what I'm saying? Well, I'm from 48 and Broad River. When I first moved to the South, I came to 48, went to high school living in 48, and when I got out of high school, I moved to Broad River. So, yeah, foes and 48 and the shirts and the apparel and the chains of foes, that's just representing, you don't even gotta be a gangbanger. Just growing up in that neighborhood, you're going to rep the foes. That's like bloodline descendancy type shit. Like that's just what it is. If you grow up in 48, nigga, you throw up the foes. It's period. You don't gotta be a gangbanger to throw up the foes. It's just that's where you come from. But let's continue. But it's just like, don't count Zach out right now, because everything they got is circumstantial. It's not all. Look, I didn't hear anything that's legit facts, so right now we can't really count him out at all. And bro got that bread, so I know he got representation, the proper representation. And I just want to give my condolences, not condolences, but I just want to give my utmost grace and just just praying for Zach mama and his family, Miss Pooh. You get what I'm saying? Just praying for them. And I know this is a tough time right now for them they dealing with, because it's a lot of uncertainty. But just keep y'all prayers, man, for his family. You get what I'm saying? Miss Mama Chapman and Miss Pooh and his kids. You feel me? His kids, most importantly, because their father is in the situation. But again, I'm just rambling, y'all, cause I got a close, you know what I'm saying, a bond and attachment with bro, cause history type stuff, But let's continue.
Represent the 48 area in Columbia, South Carolina, which encompasses 5 neighborhoods: Starlight, Bluff Estates, Eastway Park, Arthurtown, and Washington Park, where numerous members and associates of the enterprise were from. DME had a set of rules to maintain discipline and ensure criminal acts committed on behalf of the enterprise were executed properly. These rules prohibited cooperation with law enforcement, limited affiliations outside of the enterprise, required repayment of debts owed to DME leaders, prohibited members and associates from diverting the enterprise's funds or drugs, and imposed price controls and exclusive distribution arrangements on drug trafficking operations. Members and associates of DME retaliated against individuals who they perceived to have disrespected or threatened the enterprise's standing reputation or drug trafficking operations. Members and associates of DME were expected to commit criminal acts on behalf of the enterprise. The commission of criminal acts, particularly violent acts directed at rivals, increased the respect accorded to members and associates of DME. Conversely, if a member or associate declined to commit criminal acts or failed to retaliate when the enterprise was disrespected, that member or associate will lose respect or otherwise be punished. Purpose of the enterprise: The purpose of DME Enterprise included, but were not limited to, the following: enriching members and associates of the enterprise through drug trafficking and robbery, committing crimes of violence to promote and enhance the reputation of the enterprise and to keep rival gang members in fear of the enterprise, providing protection and assistance to members and associates who committed crimes on behalf of the enterprise, and hindering, obstructing, and preventing law enforcement from identifying, apprehending, and prosecuting participants in the enterprise's criminal activity. Means and methods of the enterprise. Among the means and methods by which members and associates of DME conducted and participated in the conduct of their affairs of the enterprise included, but were not limited to, the following: members and associates generated income by agreeing to and engaging in illegal activities under the protection of the enterprise, including drug trafficking, robbery, and other illegal activities. Members of the enterprise acquired, shared, carried, and used firearms for protection and to commit crimes including retaliatory acts of violence towards those they perceived had disrespected the enterprise. Members and associates committed violent crimes to promote and enhance the reputation of the enterprise and to keep rival gang members in fear of the enterprise. Members and associates acquired vehicles to commit and facilitate other crimes, including providing transportation to and from crimes, and members and associates of the enterprise used coded language and other means of communication to avoid detection and apprehension by law enforcement authorities. The racketeering conspiracy. Beginning on the date unknown, but since at least in or about June 2020 and continuing until the date of the indictment in the District of South Carolina and elsewhere, Zachary Chapman is blurred out, a couple names because, certain cats is telling, and other known and unknown to the grand jury, persons employed by and associated with Dirty Money Entertainment, an enterprise engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, did unlawfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree with each other to violate Title 18 United States Code Section 1962C, that is, to conduct or participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of the affairs of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, as defined in Title 18 United States Code Section 1961(1) and 5, which pattern of racketeering activity consisted of multiple acts involving murder, chargeable under South Carolina Code, robbery, chargeable under South Carolina Code, multiple acts indicatable under Title 18 United States Code Section 1958 relating to the use of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire, Title 18 United States Code Section 1951 relating to interference with commerce, robbery, and extortion, and multiple offenses involving drug trafficking in violation of Title 21 United States Code Section 841 and 846. It was further a part of the conspiracy that each defendant agreed that a conspirator will commit at least 2 acts of racketeering activity in the conduct of the affairs of the enterprise, overt acts. And furtherance of the conspiracy and to effect the object, therefore, the defendants and others known and unknown to the grand jury committed and caused to be committed the following acts among others in the District of South Carolina and elsewhere, beginning at the date unknown but no later than in or about June 2020 and continuing up and through, including the date of this indictment. Members and associates of the enterprise, including Zachary Chapman, co-conspirator 1, and others, both known and unknown to the grand jury, conspired to traffic marijuana to raise funds on behalf of DME. From in or about June 2020 until on or about the date of this indictment, co-conspirator 1 and others known and unknown to the grand jury transported large...
Bro, the scary thing about this is that, I would be asking, right? Me personally, I would be asking, what a proof of any of this? But bro, this the feds though, gang. It's the feds. They got a 98% conviction rate. The feds don't come for you unless they got proof. But I still got hope. I still got faith. You feel me? That for some reason, it's just something in my spirit just telling me something ain't right. Something ain't right. You get what I'm saying? So let's just keep our fingers crossed and let's just pray. You feel me? That I'm right and that something ain't right and he beat the case. Cause this the feds, gang. That's scary. And if bro is found guilty, bro, he's done. He cooked. I can't, you feel me? I can't, not a nigga that I knew him when he was a kid. Come, man, let's keep that and let's keep this in our prayers, y'all. If you from the city, man, Let's keep this in our prayers that he make it through this.
Amounts of cash from Columbia, South Carolina to Los Angeles, California for the purpose of purchasing quantities of marijuana on behalf of DME. On or about June 8, 2020, co-conspirator 1 attempted to transport approximately $18,000 in cash from Charlotte, North Carolina to Los Angeles, California to buy marijuana on behalf of DME. On or about August 5th, 2020, co-conspirator 1 possessed with intent to distribute a quantity of marijuana. On or about September 3rd, 2021, notified Zachary Chapman and that is his diamond encrusted DME medallion representing his affiliation with DME had been stolen by CW, a member of a rival gang known as Rack Living. On or about September 3rd, 2021, members and associates of DME, including Zachary Chapman, co-conspirator 1, and others known and unknown to the grand jury, met to discuss the theft of DME medallion and to plan retaliation for the theft. On or about September 3rd, 2021, Zachary Chapman directed and others known and unknown to the grand jury to carry out a drive-by shooting at CW. On or before September 3rd, 2021, co-conspirator 1 gave blank one or more firearms on behalf of Zachary Chapman. God dang, bruh. On or about September 3rd, 2021, Zachary Chapman ordered co-conspirator 2 to provide firearms for use in the drive-by shooting of CW to blank and an individual unknown to the grand jury. My bad, y'all. On or about September 3rd, 2021, blank gave a firearm to another DME member to commit the drive-by shooting of CW. On or about September 3rd, 2021, and others unknown and known to the grand jury armed themselves with multiple.
So what is CW? CW is cooperating witness. So is the guy that they shot at, did he survive and he telling? Or is they just abbreviating this person's name? I don't know. If somebody know that's, knowledgeable in federal court documents, please leave in the comment section. Let me know. Is CW confidential witness, or is it the abbreviation of the person who got shot name?
Firearms and obtain a vehicle to commit the drive-by shooting to CW. On or about September 3rd, 2021, and others known and unknown to the grand jury drove to a location where the group believes CW was present. We're just gonna stop saying on or about September 3rd because it's just kind of getting kind of lame here. So, co-conspirator 1 provided simultaneous information and updates about the drive-by shooting of Zachary Chapman. They committed the drive-by shooting targeted CW. Member.
So this shit happened in 2021. Damn. On or about September 8th, 2020, co-conspirator 1 and others known and unknown. So this has been what is going on?
Members of Rack Living and shot his driver in the arm during the drive-by shooting, and others known and unknown to the grand jury abandoned multiple firearms and fled the scene of the drive-by shooting. What? On or about September 8th, 2021, co-conspirator 1 and others known and unknown to the grand jury transported approximately $30,000 in cash from Columbia, South Carolina to Los Angeles, California for the purpose of purchasing quantities of marijuana for DME as directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about September 9th, 2021, blank were ordered by Chapman to retrieve the stolen DME medallion from CW, who was staying at a local hotel. On or about September 9th, 2021, armed themselves with multiple firearms, obtained a vehicle, and drove to CW's location. So when they slid the first time, and they didn't get him, they shot his driver. Okay. On or about September 9th, 2021, blank identified CW's location. As they approached CW, fired multiple rounds until his gun jammed. On or about September 9th, 2021, Zachary Chapman kicked blank out of DME because blank failed to kill CW. Oh, wow. In or about September 2021, Zachary Chapman ordered a hit on and offered a bounty for the killing of CW. So they were supposed to slide, kill him, didn't kill him, shot his driver up, slid again, shot the person up, and then somebody got kicked out because his gun jammed. Nigga.
So the dude he was beefing with is telling. That's what I'm getting. I don't know who none of this is. I don't know, but I'm just saying. How they know all this? If I don't know what is CW, confidential witness, or is it the person's? I don't know. Please, somebody tell me in the comments, man. Please put your boy down.
This is cold, bruh. On or about September 22nd, 2021, Zachary Chapman sent Blank to meet with Blank. On or about September or early October 2021, Blank coordinated with an associate to find someone outside Columbia, South Carolina to commit the murder of for Zachary Chapman in exchange for monetary compensation. In or about October of 2021, the associate conveyed the offer from Zachary Chapman and Blank to Blank, who agreed to kill CW in exchange for monetary compensation. So that's, y'all see that, I ain't even finna say it. If you know, you know. On or about October 20th, 2021, Blank traveled from Aiken, South Carolina to Columbia, South Carolina to meet.
Bro, not even doing a good job of giving us what he reading. So I can't just assume. He can't just assume I know what he talking about. I don't know what you're talking about right now. I know I don't know. He reading the shit, but he just alluded to something. But it's like, bro, I couldn't even read what you was reading, so how I'm supposed to know? But anyway, let's keep going.
With Blank at a Columbia area hotel. On or about October 2021, Javon Hampton attempted to lure CW to an apartment complex in Columbia, South Carolina. After CW did not appear, Blank researched the murder for October 21. Prior to October 21, 2021, Zachary Chapman provided Blank with a Ruger 5.7 pistol and requested that it be used to kill CW. Damn, cuz. On or about October 21, 2021, exchanged coded text messages with an associate about the plan to murder CW. Hamilton gave the authorization for Blank to murder CW. On or about October 21st, 2021, traveled to Aiken, South Carolina to an apartment complex in Columbia, South Carolina to murder CW. On or about October 21, 2021, approximately 10:30 p.m. ET, Blank shot CW multiple times at close range, leaving him dead in a parking lot. Blank received a report that Blank had murdered CW. Blank traveled to the Columbia area hotel to meet Blank. Blank paid Blank thousands of dollars in cash and gave Glover the Ruger 5.7 pistol that Zachary Chapman had previously provided. Blank disposed of the 9mm pistol used in the murder. So from on or about October 21st, 2021 to on or about October 22nd, 2021, Zachary Chapman and Blank exchanged calls and coded text messages after news reports of CW's murder began to circulate. Blank attempted to delete his text messages with CW. Zachary Chapman attempted to delete messages with Blank regarding the murder. Blank was paid additional compensation for the murder of CW by Blank. Co-conspirator 1 knowingly, intentionally, and unlawfully possessed with the intent to distribute a quantity of marijuana. Co-conspirator 1 intentionally. Oh, okay. So I probably should say the dates. So November 24th, 2021, co-conspirator 1 knowingly, intentionally, and unlawfully possessed with the intent to distribute a quantity of marijuana. On or about January 12th, 2022, Blank followed a marijuana trafficker from Greenville, Spartanburg International Airport to a nearby gas station. Once there, Blank robbed the marijuana trafficker at gunpoint and stole multiple suitcases containing the marijuana. On or about January 12th, 2022, Zachary Chapman told Blank that the trafficker they robbed was a gang member and directed them to return the marijuana. On or about January 13th, 2022, Zachary Chapman negotiated the return of a portion of the stolen marijuana to the owner. I ain't gonna lie, that's cool, bro. Like, shit, you don't want to go to war, but I'm gonna have to tax a little bit, bro, because we did catch you slipping. On or about January 14th, 2022, Blank made a payment to the victim of the robbery. Real nigga shit. On or about January 25th, 2022, Blank.
Bro, but this is my thing, bro. How do they know all this? Like, how do they know all these intricate details about what was going on and what he had going on? I know them people, they got all the technology and stuff and that they could do some amazing things. But if you're not doing certain things, you shouldn't be caught up. And I don't condone or advocate for anybody to commit crimes at all. We don't support committing crimes. But if you commit crimes, like, where's this phone stuff coming from? Like, the phone shouldn't even be like, you do know you could go to Walmart and get like a little throwaway phone. You don't have to use your iPhone. You feel me? Like, that's crazy. But I don't know, man. That's why we don't condone being in the streets. This is why being in the streets is bro, it's a trap, gang. Like, it's a trap for real. When they say it's only two ways you gonna go, is either unalived or in somebody's shackles and handcuffs, boy, they not lying. If you can tell me somebody that you know that was stomped down in the streets and they beat the streets, put a 100 in the motherfucking comments. So I know that you know somebody who beat the streets. Cause it ain't too many. You don't beat the streets, it's a trap for real. Every time you get arrested, it's a paper trail. And that paper trail, that follows you forever. When you get wise to things, you understand that the less of a paper trail you have, the less arrests, the less paper trail you have, you know. But again, we don't condone crimes, criminal activity, man. We don't condone that. Stay out the streets before you end up like in these situations like these. This is the part of the drill rap music and the music that everybody loves, stepping, being so hard and gangster and all that, right? This is the part of it they not rapping about. But again, my main question when I started this little dialogue, how do they know all of this information? They know intricate details. Like they know the story for real. But let's continue.
Blake and another DME member drove to Greenville Spartanburg International Airport, donned masks, and attempted to rob 4 individuals who were trafficking approximately 50 pounds of marijuana. Blake and the other DME member exchanged gunfire with the drug traffickers. Yeah, because we ain't going unless you're ready to get... Yeah. On or about January 25th, 2022, Blank called Zachary Chapman to report the shootout. Chapman then directed Blank and other DME members to come to his home. Wow. On or about January 25th, 2022, Blank and other DME members drove to Zachary Chapman's house in Blythewood, South Carolina. On or about January 25th, 2022, Zachary Chapman directed Blank and other DME members to destroy and dispose of evidence from the shooting at the airport. On or about July 20th, 2022, Blank transported a large quantity of marijuana left from Los Angeles, California.
These niggas got into a shootout at the airport. Oh my God, that's gangster. I don't care what you say. Nigga, you know what type of police is at the airport? That ain't regular cops. It's regular cops, but it's other type. It's like military type cops. Like, it's... Boy, TSA? And it's not just TSA, gang. It's marshals. Bro, is you? Boy, that's gangster, man. I don't want to say, like, bro, I'm just saying, like, really, gang?
To Columbia, South Carolina.
Hey, bro, album he finna go triple platinum. I swear to God.
Directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about August 8, 2022, Blank transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles, California to Columbia, South Carolina, directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about August 18, 2022, Blank and other members and associates of DME transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles, California to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about September 1st, 2022, Blank transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about September 21st, 2022, Blank and other members and associates of DME transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles to California to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. And Cuz over here buying about a boatload. On or about September 29, 2022, members and associates of DME transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles, California to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about October 12, 2022, Blank transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles, California to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. So he got a real live snitch in his crew, bro. On or about November 9th, 2022, Blank transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to. How they know all this?
Angeles to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman on or about November 16, 2022. Members and associates of the DME transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles to Columbia, South Carolina, as directed by Zachary Chapman. On or about December 2nd, 2022, members and associates of DME transported a large quantity of marijuana from Los Angeles, California, to Columbia, same in violation of South Carolina Code 16-3-10, 16-1-40, and 16-3-20 in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1962D. So I'm just going to go through the counts because we already just did the whole entire thing. So count 2, attempted murder and aid of racketeering. So basically, yeah, we already went through all of this stuff. So yeah, on or about September 3rd, 2021 in the District of South Carolina, Zachary Chapman and others, known and unknown to the grand jury for the purpose of gaining interest and maintaining an increasing position in dirty money entertainment and enterprise engaged in racketeering activity, aiding and abetting one another, did knowingly and intentionally attempt to murder. So yeah, there you go. Count 3, use, carry, and discharge of a firearm in retaliation to a crime of violence. We're going to go through. Count 4, conspiracy to commit murder and aid of racketeering. We're going to keep on going because, like I said, we already read all this. Count 5, murder and aid of racketeering. And count 6, use of interstate commerce facilities and the commission of murder for hire, which means they was on that road, bruh. Bruh was over there taking trips. Count 7, use, carry, and discharge of a firearm and in retaliation to a crime of violence, basically getting your chain snatched. We came back and we spun on you. Count 8, causing death through use of a firearm. Count 9, conspiracy to interfere with commerce by threats of violence, forfeiture allegation. Whew, this was going to get good. The grand jury further finds RICO conspiracy. Upon conviction of the offense alleged in count 1 of this indictment, charging RICO conspiracy in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1962D, defendants Zachary Chapman, shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963. 1. Any interest acquired and maintained in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1962, which interests are subject to forfeiture to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963 A1. Any interest in, security of, claims against, and property and contractual rights of any kind affording a source of influence over the enterprise which the defendants has established, operated, controlled, conducted, and participated in the conduct of in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1962, which interests, securities, claims, and rights are subject to forfeiture to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963 A2, or any property constituting and derived from any proceeds which defendant obtained directly and indirectly from racketeering activities in violation of Title 18. We just gonna keep on going. Firearm offenses upon conviction for felony violation of Title 18 United States Code. We ain't finna do all that. Charge the defendant Zachary Chapman, all his people shall forfeit United States. If it ain't do all that, robbery, murder for hire, all of this crap, and jewelry. They want this man's jewelry, gold, and diamond, dirty money, entertainment pendant. Owner Zachary Chapman, Glock 17, 9mm pistol with 3 magazines, and a 9mm rounds of ammunition, serial number blank, seized from whoever. Ruger 57mm pistol or magazine, 14 5.7mm rounds of ammunition. Cash proceeds, forfeiture, judgment, a sum of money equal to all proceeds the defendant obtained directly or indirectly from offenses charged in this indictment, all in interest and proceeds traceable thereto and / or that sum of equals all property derived from the traceable to their violation of Title 18. Whew, here we go right here. Substitute assets, and this is where Rennie Rucci better be ready. If any of the property described above as being subject to forfeiture to the United States as a result of any act or omission of a defendant cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence, has been transferred or sold to or deposited with a third party, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, has been substantially diminished in value, or has been commingled with other property which cannot be subdivided without difficulty, it is the intent of the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963M and all this other stuff to...
Bro, they trying to take everything that he fucking got, bro. They are trying to take everything, bro. Bro. But pray for bro family, man. Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
Seek forfeiture of any other property of the said defendant upon to the value of the above forfeitable property pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Sections 924D1. We ain't finna do all that shit. We finna end it right here. True crime bill redacted for a person. Brian P. Sterling, United States Attorney District of South Carolina. David L. Chaffee, because I know y'all ain't saying half-a down there. Chief Violent Crime Racketeer Section, United States Department of Justice.
Ash gang, I ain't gonna lie. Appreciate him for that content, because I was waiting to try to figure out and see what's going on with this. But shout out to Seti for bringing it and actually bringing the documentation, the indictment to us so we can actually watch somebody read it out. Once I'm able to figure out how to be able to look up these documents and stuff, well, I'm gonna be a problem on this mug, because I'm be going to find and bringing the information and reading this stuff myself too. But till I do that, man, we gonna rock out like this. But let me know what y'all think about that, man. In my opinion, man, that man ain't did it, man. He free that man, man. He ain't got nothing going on. His ops ain't got nothing going on, man. They ain't doing nothing. The police lying. You feel me? Free that man, man. Free him. You feel me? Shout out to everybody, man. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think, man. Especially if you from the metro, if you from Columbia, South Carolina. Let me know how y'all feel, man. And give a prayer to his family. Give a prayer to his moms, his kids, and his kids' mothers, because I know they dealing with a lot right now, and we just want to be, you know, sympathetic and empathetic, and everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law and in the American justice system. So we're not gonna condemn nobody, you know what I'm saying, until they proven guilty. But, you know, give prayers to his family, man. Till next time, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. You already know what it is, nigga. I'm out.